Yahoo! Welcome back, traders and collectors. It is your favorite Pokey Plumber. For today's plumber share of the day is going to be another beautiful full art. I just love them, and I think this looks absolutely glorious and just stunning, especially with that graded guard and with my graded guard slab holder. I guess we'll call it that. Huge shout out to one and only Logan's Pokeship. Link in the description below. Code Plumber5. Anyways, let's get back to this beauty, this texture, and let's appreciate it for just a second. Oh, it is stunning though. All jokes aside, it is stunning. Bum, 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 da, dum. Welcome back, traders and collectors. It is your favorite Pokey Plumber, fleshing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. We have a fun episode today. A lot of people are going to get tested, and let's see how that plays out. But before we get into that, we have to do our giveaway. We are giving away a Arceus tin. So I just want to give a huge congratulations to the one and only Ryerson Kit. Congratulations, Ryerson Kit. All you have to do is shoot me a message on Instagram or email me to claim your prize. Ladies and gentlemen, for this giveaway, I didn't realize how expensive this box was, but I took it out from storage and I said, you know what? This is the good one. This one contains an Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, and then of course Celebrations. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, say it with me now, and your chance to win a Celebrations collection box. If it's free, it's from me. Dark Sylveon, it's a good one, it's a good one. But what's going on, everybody? Happy hump day, happy Wednesday. You know, I was sitting there and I was like, I have to figure out a video. There's been nothing going on this week. It's been quiet. It's been stagnant. There's no news, no crazy news at least. I mean, of course we hear what PSA is doing. They destroy my buddy's card and it could have been a six-figure card. And instead of saying, hey, we damaged this card, right? He sent it super express, took a before video. Shout out to Michael. Got a shout out to Michael. Took a video of the before, right? Card looked flawless. Looked great. Wasn't a PSA 10, but it could have hit the 8. It could have hit the 9. And he sends the card to PSA, Super Express. They slab it. They send it back. The card, it was the Arceus, right? It's a really expensive card. Not many of them out there. It's this old Arceus card. And it has a huge dent in the crease. I mean, it has a huge crease in the corner. It has a dent on the other side of it. And then in the center of it, it has a huge, like, indent. And then, get this, I have another story for you. My buddy Anthony, right? Oh, I might have told you guys this story. Am I this shot? My buddy Anthony sent a card, right? It was the Celebration Zard. And he sent the card, and they upcharged him. And they said, hey, it's a PSA 10, right? Gets scans, everything. He's like, let's go, upcharge. Excited. He's like, dude, that card is going crazy. Comes in, and it's a PSA 9. Reaches out to PSA and says, what the heck? Why'd you do this? And they said, oh, we sent it to another grader. You know, the higher ups checked it, and they didn't think it was a 10. So we gave you your card back. And he's like, well, where's my money? Eventually had to go through all that nonsense to get his upcharge returned to him. So, you know, PSA doing PSA things as usual. I still have my cards there from when I sent back in January. So that's exciting. That's exciting. We have news. I'm going to test out PCG, sending submission there. We'll see how that goes. Maybe even we'll have a code for PCG. But I'm going to give you my honest review. So we'll wait until that happens. But as I was saying, right now, no news. No news. Slabs. I'll tell you one thing about slabs. We said this was going to happen. A lot of people in the last month or so, slabs have cut 10%, 20%, some even 30%, which is, it's a big deal. It's a big deal when you have these numbers getting slashed like that. Like things are coming to auction and people are buying them for cheaper than what they bought for 2 weeks because they're doing a smart thing and they're dollar cost averaging and, you know, buying it and then they'll sell it. And so slab market volatile. Slab market is volatile. We talked about it. Sealed, another thing. This is what I'm seeing happening, right? This is where a lot of collectors, a lot of people who got into the hobby recently are going to get absolutely smoked. So you have these people that came in, they started buying everything, right? Just going crazy, buying all this new stuff, new Scarlet and Violet, Destined Rivals at all-time high prices, Mega Evolution, Phantasmal Flames at all-time high prices, Chaos Rising, Pitch Black, you know, they bought it all. And then it doesn't go up right away. And the newer people, the new people are like, well, everybody says it goes up right away. And they're like, all right, well, I'm just going to sell it real quick. And then they're going around and they're asking people, hey, would you buy this collection, this $20,000 collection? And people are like, I'm not really looking for the new stuff, but I'll pick the booster boxes out, not the collection boxes, not the tins. And then they go to the next person. And the next person's like, well, I'm not really buying strictly new stuff right now. That's not really what I do. Then they go to the next person. Yeah, I'll buy it at 80%. And then that person kind of is like, what the crap? I thought everything goes up. I thought I sell it and make instant money. I thought I'd make instant money by getting in the Pokemon. So now you have the people who have been here for 6 months to a year, and they're like, well, this isn't that fun. What are people talking about? And like, meantime, the intelligent ones, you guys and me, we're sitting here and we're like, hey, this is great buying opportunity for us. I've wanted Sun and Moon boxes and they've been horizontal for the past year. So you know what? I've been saving up and I'm going to buy that Sun and Moon box that I wanted. I'm going to buy that XY box that I wanted. It's been nice and stagnant. Sword and Shield. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to buy some Sword and Shield. It went up a little bit, but then it dipped. Brilliant Stars still affordable in my book. Let me get that, right? The people who have been here for a while aren't panicking. They're like, about damn time I can enjoy a little bit. Yeah, prices are still high. Things are coming out the gate expensive, right? We haven't even seen Pokemon really release too much product. Not even ancillary product, right? I mean, we got the Gengar tins with the Clefairy, I think it was Clefairy. We got the Gengar with the Clefairy tins. We got that Zygarde collection box that nobody cared about. It was like 90% perfect order, and then it had like 2 packs of Phantasmal Flames. You got the new Partner Series 2 collection, which that's cool. I love the cards, But when people start getting, you know, Chaos Rising and Perfect Order in their collection boxes, they're not too excited, right? And then we're going to have Pitch Black come out. So then you're going to get Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, and Perfect Order in collection boxes. And then people are going to be, you know, kind of turned away from that and say, oh, I'm just going to wait till 30th. I'm going to wait for the Rayquaza set. So right now, in theory, things could get a little more calm, right? Like, take advantage of this. The buying opportunities here, we talked about that in the last video. But the last thing you should do is panic. I'm telling you right now is the most I've ever had people selling to me, right? Like, I can see when things are changing in the hobby. I can see it from a mile away because I hear everybody's stories. Oh, I bought this collection, but I'm having issues selling it. Oh, I bought this, but I'm selling it decently, but I'm not getting the prices I'm asking. Hey, it's all the vendors out there that buy slabs and they buy it for like $5,000 and they want to sell it for $7,000. Like, that's not happening right now. It's not to the point where it's like, well, last sold was $10,000, I want $11,000, right? It's last sold was $10,000, will you take $10,000? I'm not saying things are normal because they're not, but we're returning to some normalcy. And when that happens, right, you're going to be tested. And see, to me, this is what's crazy. To me, the market is still insane. The market's still crazy. But the many newer people who are used to things going straight up and up and up, they're the ones bugging out a little bit. This is what pays to have emotions in Pokemon, have nostalgia for Pokemon. And I look at this, right? I look at this right now, and even I'm not buying like crazy, right? I bought everything I wanted. I bought everything I tell you guys, right? If I'm doing anything right now, I've been buying XY product, I've been buying Sun and Moon product, still Sword and Shield, and believe it or not, collection boxes. I love collection boxes. I love tins. I feel like a lot of people are, you know, that are here for the longer run, that are struggling to sell the Scarlet and Violet, struggling to sell the Mega Evolution. They're like, all right, let me start dabbling with old stuff, right? You have more people becoming educated, and now they're starting to, you know, go into collection boxes with Sun and Moon, go into collection boxes with Sword and Shield, right? And you're having a lot more people learn. They're not just spending their money irresponsibly, you have a lot more people becoming educated, right? And that's what happened last time. People that are here for a while, they're not just buying the newest set at $280 for a brand new box, right? When there's no news, it's like that saying, no news is good news. With no news in Pokemon hobby, it's good. Like, it's good right now. Like, I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel anxiety. I feel like a breath of fresh air. I'm like, okay, this is time to take advantage, right, of the market. Take advantage of things you wanted to buy. Take advantage of things that have been on your buy list for a long time. Yes, there's still things being manipulated. Yes, there's still things going to be, that are bad happening in the hobby. Gambling's at an all-time high. Mystery slab bullcrap is selling, right? Like, all this stuff is still happening, right? So there is abnormality in a normal market, right? So like, yes, if you're looking in that direction, there's going to be chaos going on. But when you're looking at the bigger picture, I'm seeing what, big stores are saying. I'm seeing what big vendors are saying. I'm seeing what, YouTubers are saying. And it's kind of like everyone feels the same way right now. Things are slowing down. They're ripping shippers. They're not selling the way they were. Everything has kind of slowed down. This is the true summer. For everybody that was here last summer and saw all the chaos, and I said it wasn't a normal summer, this summer is feeling like that normal summer. And it feels good. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. It feels good. I still have things on my list that I want to buy. There's actually one crazy slab that I really want to add to my PC. And I'm like 50-50 I'm going to do it. And I'm like, should I sell some product so I don't have to go into my bank, right? Do I use Pokemon money to buy this slab? And I think I might do it. I might sell a couple more things and buy the slab I wanted. I don't want to touch my house money. I always tell you guys that. When you're here long enough, use Pokemon money to buy Pokemon things. But I try to keep it fresh. And I tell you guys, like, you saw me go my vintage journey. You see me go in my XY journey, my Sword and Shield journey, right? Like, it changes up. I keep it exciting, right? I don't let that fire die. And it happens to a lot of people. Once you're here, I know there's people that have been here for 2 years and they feel like it's over, right? They want to give up. They want to sell it all and they want to go on new endeavors, right? Guys, I've been here for a long time. 8 years, going to be 9 years. I've been here for a minute. But I always found something to ignite that flame. Even when you feel like, what's that word I'm looking for? Burnt out. Even if you feel like you're burnt out, there's always somewhere you can turn. And if you are experiencing burnout, then yeah, don't sell everything. Just go try something else, right? And then you come back. But that's the beauty of the hobby. I have fun. There's so many ways to have fun in this hobby. Vintage boxes got too expensive, right? I love adding booster boxes. I have great vintage booster boxes, but it got to a point where I was like, okay, I still want to get vintage product, but what do I do, right? Arceus booster box has gotten crazy, but Arceus is one of my favorite sets. What do? Let's be gentle. I went and grabbed this bad boy. Like, this is cool to me. And I got Arceus packs, and I got affordable Arceus packs. XY cards. There's plenty of fair XY cards. It's just like, okay, that's it. A boring hobby or a boring market puts people to the test. You're going to experience a test. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that leave. And I think if we want to get in the worst case scenarios and get down to the nitty gritty, it's a domino effect. If scalpers run out there, buy all the pitch black, and they can't sell it, and nobody wants it, and then we get the second wave of chaos at the same time, then if you eliminate the scalpers, then things start changing. Prices start dropping. I'm telling you guys, it's like an ecosystem. You have your rip and shippers, you have your scalpers, you have your collectors, you have your players, and then you have your true hobbyists, right? And if your rip and shippers start to fall out and decline, if your scalpers start to fall and decline, then more products out there, and then we see prices dip, right? This is kind of what happened with COVID. Once the quick money is gone, the hobby goes down. And if Pokemon's gearing up to smash us with the 30th product, right? And I think that's going to sell. I think that's going to be a little bit crazy, but I don't think it's going to be as crazy as you think. I think there's going to be a lot of product out there. I'm telling you, from what I'm hearing, without saying too much, might be the most Pokemon product we've ever gotten for a set. Ever. Think about that. Ever. I hope many of you guys catch that. But once one domino affects, once one domino falls, they all fall. I think this summer is going to get worse. I think this summer is going to remain nice and calm. I don't think it's going to be like last summer, because last summer it started off slow and then it shot right up and it went crazy. And it lasted all the way to Christmas, and then Christmas kind of chilled out. I think we hit the top, and I think it's going to be calm for a little bit. And I think a lot of people are going to be put to the test, and I think we're going to lose some people. And that's just the truth. And then once those people leave is when you take absolute, advantage of it. Yeah, the Rayquaza is set. But guys, I'll tell you a story. Back then, during COVID, Battle Styles, they were selling out like crazy. First print of Chilling Reign, selling out like crazy. Then your Celebrations came out. It did well. And then your Evolving Skies came out. No, sorry, your Evolving Skies came out. It did well. Your Celebrations came out. It did pretty good. But then, right after that, everything like calmed. I know so many people that were back in the hobby during COVID, and they stopped at Chilling Reign and missed out on Evolving Skies. Yes, we have the Rayquaza set going, but if it gets pretty bad and we get smashed with the 30th, things can change, guys. I'm telling you, things can change. I think the hobby's strong. I think we're never going to see how prices were again, but you always have to keep that in the back of your head. There's so many people that are just too bullish. And I think that's what scares me a little bit. I think when everybody is bullish, like, you gotta be wary, right? Like, I'm not going out and I'm selling everything. I'm still buying every day. I'm doing what I've been doing for the past 8 years, right? Nothing's changing. But I do think that it's a little bit scary. I don't think people understand. Like, I get in arguments with people all the time, right? They're like, Scarlet and Violet era is different than Sword and Shield. Scarlet and Violet was ripped and shipped. Sword and Shield wasn't. Guys, there was rip and ship during Sword and Shield. It did get ripped. But when I think about how much product is out there, how much product I see, it's just like, there's a lot, guys. There's a lot more than you think. And it's going to take longer for it to go up and hit these numbers than you think. That's it. We've talked about it last video. It's going to take longer. You need to have patience. With all these people nowadays, they can't even handle a 20-second reel, right? It's got to be like 10 seconds to get to the point. If you don't have the attention span, you're not going to last. And that's my point here. If things slow down, half of these new people here aren't going to be here, right? I do think a lot of these new people will stay, maybe 20, 30%, right? And it's going to be the same thing. You had the Pokemon Go era where everybody came in, then everybody left, and you kept like 20%. Then you had Detective Pikachu, people came in, then they left, but you gained another 20%. And then it was the same thing with COVID, but you gained probably like 40% of people. So now, yes, there's always extra people in every little era that we have, or every little bull run that we have, but I just think, in the back of my head, I think this is going to be a lull for a little bit. I do. And everyone's like, the Rayquaza set's going to change everything. I've seen Evolving Skies be $120 a box after Battle Styles was a $300 box. Yeah, this bull run was longer. I don't know. And now, you know what? I'm just going to go in. All right. I was going to make this video short too, because I didn't want to make a long video. But now it's like you have everybody doing Loricana. Now you have everybody doing Dragon Ball. Now you have everybody doing One Piece, right? And then you have Riftbound. Then you have Gundam. And I feel like it's Sorcery. Like, you have all these Flesh and Blood. You have so many card games now. There's so many of them. Star Wars. I feel like it's going to start getting watered down, right? Right now the people flock to Loricana because it's going up. Pokemon's not doing anything. And it's going to be like when One Piece was going up and everybody went there and then they came back to Pokemon. I mean, there's still a lot of people in One Piece. It's the real deal. But when we do see that dark day, oh, and Magic. I can't forget Magic. Magic's still in the big three. Magic's number 2. I still say One Piece is 3. But when this does happen, it's going to be Magic and Pokemon still standing there. Yeah, One Piece. I do think One Piece is going to be standing there too. But you can diversify. You can have fun. But just be careful. I know I'm a bull, but like, I got to have that bearish side. I have to. I have to be smart with it. And you should too. That's it. That's it. I just don't want it to get too watered down. That's my biggest fear. Like, it's my biggest fear. It's getting watered down. And I'm saying it out loud on camera. And there's a lot of people that have heavy positions in all this, and they kind of feel the same way. Like, there's just too much going on. But I'm going to stay true to Pokemon. I'm going to stay true to Magic Collectors boosters. I have some play boosters. I buy one of every One Piece box. And I have a couple cases of Lorcana. I'm not even going to lie. It was an accident. It was an accident. Shout out to Team Rocket Joey. He was like, Nick, can you ask your comic place if they have these cases? And I asked them, and they said yes. And then Joey was like, oh, I got them for someone else. So then I just bought the cases. So I got lucky. And if I'm going to sell stuff, I'm probably going to sell Lorcana before I sell anything else. It just, like, even someone like me. Listen, guys. All these people that are so bullish out there, ask them, how much money do you have in this hobby? Right? Ask them. It's just like, yeah, if you have 2 of every booster box. Like, I'm not shitting on that, but like, stop listening to people. Listen, I was watching this, I saw this reel come up, and this guy's like, you shouldn't be buying any prismatic evolutions, right? That's the dumbest thing you can do. And I look, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how long he's been here. And I look on the reel, and he's been here for 6 months, and he's telling people what to buy and what not to buy in 6 months, telling people not to buy prismatic. Like, there's a lot out there, but I think that would be the dumbest thing, is not to have any prismatic in your collection. Telling people what to do with their money. Like, I'll give you advice. I'll only tell you what to do what I'm doing, but I'd never tell you don't do this. Like, be careful who you listen to. Make sure that they're like in this. Like, guys, if Pokemon does crash, my life changes. I'm not even going to sit here and bullshit you. If Pokemon crashes, my life changes. I'll probably have to plumb way harder than I am now, right? I'm lucky. I'm grateful. I have a plumbing company, right? But I've took a seat back. I've had other guys do stuff for me. Pokemon afforded that. Do I want to crash? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, with seeing everything going around me, does it scare me? Yeah. The gambling mentality? Yeah. The quick flip mentality? Yeah. Things are different. Like, if it goes higher, yes, I benefit, but it's like, you have to look at the bigger picture. None of this has been normal for the last 2 years. And I experienced COVID, right? I'm not going to say I got hurt after everything crashed. I took advantage of it. And I'll do the same with this one if it happens. I don't think it's going to crash, but I do think it's going to settle down. It's too crazy. The tenacity, the confidence is just at an all-time high, and it makes me a little nervous. And I think it's smart to be a little nervous. Gotta be careful, guys. Especially if you're putting a lot of money into this. You gotta be careful. It's just like, people will grab a slab and just give you an imaginary price. And then you have people that pay the imaginary price. No comps, nothing like that, right? Or they'll want $2 grand more than the last comp. And it's like, people pay it. And those are the people that are going to get hurt. Like, Ryan always jokes with me. He's like, bro, you're cheap. You're cheap. You're cheap. No, I'm not cheap. I'm careful. I'm smart, right? I pay pretty damn strong, right? But you can't always pay 100%. You can't always pay 105% because you want something really good, right? 90%, 80% when you're buying big lots. Just be careful. Have a little wiggle room. That if it drops 10% tomorrow, you're like, all right, that's cool. I'm still up 10% because I bought 80%. Just, man, I have a weird feeling. And I'm pretty good with these feelings. It's just how I feel. That's how I feel today. But like I said, the market changes on a dime. It could be we're all in tomorrow. Just being honest, guys. Just being honest. For everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. Like, before I leave, because I guarantee you people are going to watch this, like, when it comes to Sword and Shield, I'm not nervous. When it comes to Sun and Moon, I'm not nervous. When it comes to XY, I'm not nervous. Those are the things that I feel like even if there's a crash, not going to be affected. They're not super expensive. I mean, some XY boxes, but like, that's just how I feel. I feel like how they evolved, the early Scarlet and Violet, solid. But it's like, who knows? Who knows if out of nowhere we get cases of later Scarlet and Violet? Not searching sparks, but I'm saying like, who knows? Who knows what happens? But it's always got to be in the back of our mind. I don't think it's going to happen. I hear rumors it's not going to happen. But like, I don't know, guys. That's just how I feel. This is why it's important. This is why I say it every time, because during the sun and moon, during the COVID crash, so have it, sun and moon was safe, XY was base, XY was safe. And that's how I feel with those 3 hours. I'm still buying them. I'm buying tins. I'm adding it up every day. This is a new box. I picked that up. This is a new box. I picked that up. So when I say I'm nervous, I'm not nervous with those 3 hours. Like, I'm still bullish on those. Because I don't want people to misinterpret this video. And only the true fans are going to be here at the end of this video. But no, like with those 3 things, not going to be phased. And I feel so confident when I say that. Let it all burn, baby. But it's not going to burn. Not those 3 errors. I get annoyed when so many people try to be like, Scarlet and Violet's going to outperform all these sets. Bum, 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 bum. But like, I don't think anyone understands. It was printed more than the Sword and Shield era. It was printed more. The numbers are there. And way more people held Scarlet and Violet than they held Sword and Shield. Because at the time, everyone's like, don't hold Sword and Shield. That's just dumb. Don't do that. No one's going to, modern product isn't going to do shit. And they said the same thing with the Sun and Moon era. Modern product's not going to do shit. So nobody was doing it in the Sun and Moon and in the Sword and Shield compared to what everybody's doing now. Like, everybody I talk to has mountains of Scarlet and Violet cases, but they don't have mountains of Sword and Shield cases. Guys, I tell you all the time, I have way more Scarlet and Violet than I do Sword and Shield, than I do Sun and Moon, than I do XY. So it's like, who knows? It's all going to be good, but nobody, it just gets me frustrated. Gets me frustrated. And that's just the truth. Gets me frustrated. So, I just wanted to, here we go. A lot of people say dialga, and then people say dialga. But, truth be told, it's dialga. Dialga. This Pokemon is spoken of in legend. It is said that time began moving when Dialga was born. It's not Dialga, it's Dialga. Stop saying Dialga. 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 Like, comment, subscribe. You guys truly are the very best. This was a 28-minute video. I wanted to do a 15-minute video. I wonder how people are going to feel. They're going to be like, Plumber's selling everything. He's not a bull anymore. I'm not, no. I got to just end this video. I'm just nervous a little. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous with the confidence levels. Right? Like, I wouldn't be doing the right thing if I didn't tell you guys my true feelings. And I'm still rambling. If you're still here, say rambling. And let me know how you feel. Yeah, put rambling and then let me know how you feel. Do you feel like everyone's too confident? Do you feel like a slowdown is inevitable? Or am I just being like a wuss right now? I mean, I can't be a wuss because guys, I spent like freaking like 6 figures in the last month on these collections, all that stuff. So it's like, I'm still buying, but it's like, I'm buying smarter. Yeah, that's the title. Buying smarter. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys truly are the very best.